Composite Simp is bleeding out at 1200.64, down 2.5% on a tracked cap of nearly $1.3 trillion, and yet 5 stocks are somehow advancing right now, like they didn't get the memo. I'm Samuel Simp at the Simp Economy Desk, where the men-to-women market is giving investors exactly what they deserve for showing up in Q3 2026. Skin is the lone peacock, up nearly 2%, while Vow is taking a 3.5% beating, which honestly tracks. Apparently, commitment is the worst trade on the board today.
The sponsor economy is bleeding 3% while somehow still calling itself a bull market. Honey, 4 stocks advancing against 3 declining is not a rally. That is a dinner party where someone's crying in the bathroom. I'm Queen Diva at the Sponsor Economy Desk on the Simp Economy Exchange, tracking $537 billion of women sponsoring men through what Q3 2026 is increasingly proving to be a trust fall gone sideways. Treat is up 2.72, keeping the hopefuls hopeful, but Pair is down and losing ground, which means the dating to dealing pipeline has a leak, and somebody's getting dropped before dessert.
$623.07 on the Grindset Index, down over 2%, which means men investing in themselves are currently getting outperformed by their own self-doubt. I'm Zach Grindset at the Simp Economy Exchange Grindset Index Desk, where $940 billion of tracked masculine capital is doing its best impression of a guy who skipped leg day and is now wondering why he can't run. Play is the lone bright spot, up nearly 3%, but with decliners outnumbering advancers 2-to-1 this session, the market is essentially telling you to touch grass before it tells you anything else.
Simps are still outspending everyone. $1.297 trillion in cap versus the sponsor economy's $537 billion, and the Grindset Index is $940 billion. But at minus 2.2%, the Simp complex is bleeding out the slowest of the three, which is the cross-market equivalent of being the least sunburned person at a disastrous beach trip. Spawn is taking the hardest hit at minus 3.04%, meaning women are pulling back on men at a pace that should concern anyone long on reciprocity heading into Q3 2026. All 3 indices are in the red simultaneously, so the only thing outperforming expectations right now is disappointment. Full data and live spreads at simpx.exchange.